If you're just tuning in, this is the Blender on WMUC FM College Park 88.1. And we're back. This is your grandma's DJ Gems, DJ Tony Drake's running the music real quick because we got some special guests in the studio. We got the homie DJ Olo here first, who's going to talk a little bit about it. Benny got coming up. What's going on, Olo?
Peace, what's good?
Chillin'. What's going on, man?
I appreciate y'all having us out, you know what I'm saying, another time. I'm happy to be on air with y'all.
Always,
you know what I'm saying?
Always welcome to WMUC. What you got coming up?
So, you know what I'm saying, I just wanted to say peace. I just wanted to say that this is DJ Olo from the Beat Konductaz. If you haven't checked us out, go ahead and check us out on the net, beatkonductaz.com. Or just check out YouTube. What we do is we focus on DJs and producers in the area, and we give them light, you know what I'm saying? We give them an opportunity to perform and showcase their beats. And right now what we got going on actually, tomorrow we have the Equinox MD bracket battle. It's a head-to-head battle, and the DJ/producers come out with their equipment and they have to perform live. It's not a CD battle. We don't do no CD battles. We're not about that. We're basically just trying to make sure that producers get that shine that they deserve, you know what I'm saying?
Sounds good.
That's what it's all about.
And for those of y'all who haven't seen the Beat Konductaz episodes, I strongly recommend those, man. If you watch Master the Mix, it's on a whole nother level. They actually let you see the whole sets, so it's true to the craft of DJing, the craft of producing. It's definitely a good look, so make sure y'all check that out. But this event that y'all got coming up, who do y'all have going to be making appearances in that?
So yeah, this next event, tomorrow, March 21st, 2012, we have Het Dolo, we got PG, we got Outworks Music, Brandon Carlisle, we got
Wilson Black.
We got Logic Bomb, and then we got who else did I miss? Wilson Black. We got my man Wilson Black. We got 6. We're trying to keep it at 4, but you know we can't turn people away. You know what I'm saying? Like all these brothers want to get down, so we said, yo, we're just gonna go with 6 this time. And then we have the DC bracket coming up on June 21st, which is the summer solstice. And then we're gonna have an open joint on September 21st, open to the whole DMV. And then on December 21st, 2012, we're gonna have the final. It'll be the winners of all 4 brackets battling out for a final prize. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and tell us just a little bit, real quick, about the format of the event. How does it work? Do they get to choose like a sound? Is there a theme that they have to go to? How does the battle format work?
So the battle format that we have is basically they have 3 tasks. The first task is a remix, and what I do is I send them, these guys right here, I sent them a joint out last week, and they had a week to work on that remix, and all they have to do is just be creative and do what they do, you know what I'm saying? The second task is going to be a sample that I give them that night. It'll be tomorrow night. When they show up, I'm going to give them a song to sample, and they can use any piece of that song to chop up and incorporate into their beat. And that's something they have to do live on the spot tomorrow night. And the third part is just going to be an original beat that they made for the battle. And they get judged on it, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have a few judges. There's going to be a little crowd. Tomorrow night is actually the kickoff of our Beat Konductaz TV Lounge series. So everything is going to be, it's all going to be filmed, and it's all going to be on a set. It's not going to be a live event. We usually do live events, but this one's going to be like a TV production, so it's a little different.
Okay, and you actually brought along some of the producers with you, am I correct?
Yeah. Today we have, we got Wilson Black, we got PG in the building, we got Outworks Music, and Brandon Carlisle here. So they're going to go ahead and you know, just talk a little bit about themselves and just let you know who they are. They're all from Maryland actually too, so this is the Maryland bracket. So we appreciate that you have us out.
Oh, definitely, man.
Yeah, so
definitely.
It's all peace, man. You know, it's all online right now, so that's what's up.
That's what's up. So let's have some of them step up to the mic and we can talk to them real quick, chop it up and see what it is that they do. First up, who we got coming to the microphone?
My name is Wilson Black.
Wilson Black. Now I understand this is your first time on radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. So how do you feel about everything that's going on in the Middle East right now?
In the Middle East,
I'm messing with you. We'll keep it real light.
I'm a poli-sci major. We don't really want to go all in.
That's what's up. So, I guess like in a couple words, why don't you describe your music and your sound?
Yeah, my name is Wilson Black. I'm originally from Yaoundé, Cameroon. That's in like sub-Saharan Africa. And like my music is just, I don't know, the travels of like
a young nomad, you know, like economic migrant trying to get this paper any means necessary kind of stuff. And like I try to make a reflection of the different places I've been and the different things I've seen and the different opportunities I've been afforded, you know. So like that's why I try to reflect through my music and through like, I don't know, my creative endeavors.
Okay, and what do you use to craft these beats?
To craft my beats, I'm mostly a digitally based producer, so for all you FL Studio heads out there, that's mostly what I work on. But I also have a Mac set up, but that's, you know what I'm saying.
All right, that's what's up. And any artists who you're currently working with?
Oh, well, currently I'm working with some guys from the UK, an MC called Rage, another one called Marger. In the DMV, like I'm working with Marcus Shizzle, part of the Misfits crew. And yeah, man, just trying to get it out there nice and slow.
All right, I feel you. Now let's have PG. PG come up to the mic. Let's talk to him. He's another producer that's in this event, this competition. What's going on? Huh?
Nothing much. Just PG in the building.
All right. Now what part of Maryland are you from, homie?
I'm actually from Virginia, you know, but
Okay.
I'm from Herndon right now. I'm in Herndon, but you know I might move to Maryland. It don't matter.
All right, that's what's up. So if you had to describe your sound, what would it be?
Well, my style it's always evolving. Actually, you know, I'm from the South originally, so I would kind of say it's down south driven.
What part?
Alabama.
All right.
Yeah. Mobile to be exact. So, you know, I mess with a lot of down south type sounds and tempos, but since I moved up here, I've been working with some up north type sampling techniques, things like that. So it's always changing.
Okay. And I guess if you had to pick, like maybe one artist, your dream artist that you would want to work with, who do you think that would be?
Probably be Eminem actually, because I love his old stuff and I want to take him back to the old stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Good answer. Now, what are you working with to craft these beats?
Mainly Pro Tools, you know, that's my main dog. Then I'm using FL Studio sometimes and Reason 4.0.
Okay, all right, that's what it is. Next up to the mic, another competitor in this competition. We got iWorks Music.
Yo, what up? It's the kid iWorks Music, Speezy Gang, what up?
All right. So like everybody else, I asked, like describe yourself, your music, your sound.
Originally from Washington D.C. I'm living in Temple Hills right now, so I'm in the Maryland bracket. Right now my sound is a lot original. I'm just getting into sampling because I was kind of biased before, but you know now I kind of grown to love it while I produce. So I try to go for an original sound. I try to push the sound to the next level, something new. Also giving it a DC flair, you know, trying to do that.
Now, when you say DC flair, kind of describe it for the people who aren't from the area.
Okay, when I say DC flair, we like a lot of live music. We're a live music city, so I try to incorporate that in a lot of my beats. Something dramatic, try to get that feeling to you, you know, reach way down in the soul. You know, kind of like Chuck Brown music.
Okay, all right. So, and what are you using to craft beats?
Right now I have Fruity Loops Studio 10. I'm just using that to craft my beats right now, and I'm working to migrate to Cakewalk. So
okay.
I'm just starting to use that like last week. So
okay.
So I'm just trying to get my sound up.
All right, that's what it is, homie. That's what it is.
Yo, it's iWorks Music. Some of my musical influences are Quincy Jones, Prince, Kanye West, people like that, people who do everything themselves. They write the music, arrange the music, create the music in their heads. People who do that, I think, are just so dope, just so talented, because it's hard work to come up with just, you know, stanzas and different notes that come together and coordinate together, you know what I'm saying? Quincy Jones is dope because he can put the horn section with the violin section, you know what I'm saying, get the drums popping. He an old school dude. So Quincy Jones, man, I spent the whole summer just studying nothing but big band Quincy Jones music. So I think he's dope. And Prince to me is just, he writes, he records, he plays all the stuff. He's dope. And you know, Yeezy, of course, is just moving hip hop to the next level. So those are my musical influence, my three.
I grew up on like a lot of Bob Marley actually, like Stevie Wonder. Stuff like that. My mom was into Luther Vandross, so I was like into a lot of R&B, reggae, you know, more of the soulful type stuff. But it had a different appeal to it. You know, those were all big stars. But as far as today's age, like Kanye West, of course, Ryan Leslie, Timberland, that's pretty much it, you know.
Yeah, for me, like, I grew up listening to, like, my mom, she listens to opera, like, and a lot of, like, Christian music, like, 'cause she's Roman Catholic, so I listen to a lot of opera, and she listened to world music, like, there was a couple years when, like, in our car, I listened to nothing but the Gypsy Kings, so part of me is real, like, Gypsy Kings really did something to my ears for music, but, like, as far as personal influence, like, I think Fela Kuti is just an animal. Like, he's actually just an animal as far as music is concerned. And Nina, like, every time I listen to Nina, Nina does something to, like, my soul. Like, I don't know, she just makes me want to just, yeah. So, like, as far as personal music influences, those are concerned. And, like, as far as, like, modern musical experience, I'm going to go out and say something real wild and say that nigga Lex Luger is an animal. Like, no nonsense. That brother Lex Luger, to me, like, he's doing, like, because, I don't know, as far as, like, being able to change, because look at how many people are copying his style right now, you know? That, like, and this guy's only, what, 22, 23? Like, respect to him, doing it on FL Studio.
And he from VA, the DMV.
You know? So, like, yeah, that's some of my musical influences right now. And also Rusko. Y'all need to put yourself up on Rusko and Bangers. Them guys, that dubstep stuff is for the future.
Yeah.
For the future. Yeah, that's me, Wilson Black.
Man, I don't know how I come behind that. But, no, but seriously, like, my influences, man, like, my family, I grew up in the church, you know what I'm saying? My family, my entire family is singers, musicians, you know what I mean? Like, they own the choir, you know what I'm saying? The keyboard, the drums, you know, so I always been around music. But, like, I was young, you know, so when I got really into music, it was around the era of 96, 97, you know what I mean? So I fell in love with the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, the Cormegas, you know what I'm saying? That grimy hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? That's what I grew up on, so that's where a lot of my sound, you know, draws from. So I love that, but, you know, the instrumentation comes from, you know, the church background and being there. You know, I played the piano, the drums, all that for my church. So, yeah, I love to add that on top of it. But when you do that, you know what I'm saying, I think that's when you start to cross into, like, the Yeezys and the Ron Leslie's and all that, man. And shout out to Ron Leslie, man. I think I watch a video from him, like, every other day. So.
He's a beast in the studio. Ron Leslie,
you know, so
definitely a monster.
that's my man, you know, Ron Leslie, Timberland, No ID, who's killing, you know what I'm saying, right now. Who else? Primo, Dilla, you know what I'm saying? You can't go through sampling without mentioning Dilla, you know what I mean? And rest in peace to him. But yeah, man, I draw from everybody, man. If I hear it, I like it, you know what I'm saying? It stick with me. So even these dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, they made me step my game up for the conductor battle. So
yeah, I'm not
don't think I'm going easy on that. But when the battle come, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, like, I watched a few videos and certain guys have me feeling like, okay, it's that kind of party. All right, you know, I got some new plugins for y'all. Don't watch nothing. Don't watch nothing.
It's too late. It's too late.
It should be cool though, man. You know, these dudes, they talented, man, and Beat Konductaz, man. Like I said, man, I love y'all.
Shout out to
yeah, much love for this, man. For real, much love for this, man.
So,
you understand?
Can't wait till the event tomorrow, man. It's just all good music, man. We just want to, you know what I'm saying, compete with each other so we can push that great music out, man.
Can I ask a quick question? Are there gonna be any broads there? Like,
y'all bring them out. I can't see y'all.
Now I'm trying to go to the beach, like, you know what I'm saying? They told me don't bring sense to the beach.
Next up to the mic, we got the homie Brandon Carlisle. I got it right. So go ahead, describe your sound.
Well, you know, me, I do a lot of, you know, sampling original music. Originally, I'm a musician. I played in a lot of go-go bands in the DC area. You know,
what instruments you play?
Percussion, all percussion instruments. Okay. The piano, you know, I've been doing that since I was about 8 years old. So, yeah, man, I bring all that to the table. It's a mix of everything.
That's what's up. So, how long have you been producing for?
I've been going hard at producing probably for about the past 4 years. But I've been, you know, creatively putting music together for about maybe 14, 15 years. Okay, now when you craft these beats, like where are you drawing your inspiration from? However my mood is at the moment. Okay. You know, if I'm in the dumps about something, you know, then I get one of those grimy beats together, you know what I mean? If I'm in good spirits, you know, you get something like Will Smith Summertime or something like that. So nice. And what are you using to create beats? It's a program out called Reaper. It's usually they mostly use it on the open labs, you know what I'm saying? But a buddy of mine introduced me to it, so I've been using that for like the past 3 years or so.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate everybody coming through, but real quick, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on reverse, and everybody's gonna shout out their Twitter name and all that good stuff, and we're running out of time, so everybody move fast. Brandon Carlisle, you're up first. Give people your Twitter, all that good stuff.
Y'all holler at me on Twitter, man. Brandon Carlisle, Facebook, Brandon Carlisle. You know, it's all one word. Carlisle spelled Carlyle. You know, y'all check me out on SoundCloud. Anywhere, man. Just Google me and it'll come up, man. All right, I'll let y'all.
Just the Kid, I Work Music. If you Google me, I Work Music, all one word, I Work Music. At Twitter, I Work Music. On Facebook, I Work Music. SoundCloud, just Google the name, I Work Music. Hit me up.
Yo, PG, you can catch me at PI_production.
SoundCloud/Wilson Black. I don't tweet.
Alright, so we can all debate about music in the past, you know what I'm saying? But what about music in the future? What about music in like 2000? It's 2012. What about 2020? Like where's this?
Hold on, let me get that one.
Go ahead.
We was talking about this earlier, man. The music of the future, like the way it's going right now, I mean, it's inspiring, you know, because you hear so many different styles, and you know, especially like with more dubstep and club coming into hip hop now, you know what I'm saying? It kind of makes you up your game a little bit and expand your mind into more like synthesizers and stuff like that. But I'm gonna speak for me. I don't know about these dudes, but I'm bored with hip hop right now. I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a few cats that I rock with. You know, ASAP right now is killing it. I like ASAP. Yeah. I'm gonna go with ASAP. Common, you know what I'm saying? Like I like his new album that he put out. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting on Arles. You know.
Yeah.
But it's been some good music that came out, but it ain't hit the radio. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like it's gonna be the next hit. You know what I'm saying? The Jay-Z Kanye West thing, like I think that was cool, but it wasn't what I'm used to from them, you know what I'm saying? It's like, especially on Jay-Z's part lyrically, but that's a whole nother conversation. But I'm just bored with hip hop right now, man. And I think, you know, it's time for the producers to kind of, you know, change it, you know what I'm saying? But still leave hip hop in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like fusing in dubstep and fusing in club and all that kind of stuff, I think it's wonderful, it's beautiful. But we do hip hop music, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that a hip hop producer should produce club music or dubstep music. It can be club and hip hop fused, but I think that base, that foundation is starting to dissolve, you know what I mean? So we got to call the concrete people, tell them, you know, we got to lay out some
relay that foundation.
Yeah, you know, so yeah, that's how I feel.
I'm gonna go with B over here. Brandon said that the dubstep is taking over, and like if you listen to a lot of music, it's getting incorporated into a lot of stuff, you know. That Watch the Throne was very heavily influenced by dubstep. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were in Europe most of the time recording that. So that's like one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, pop-offs in Europe right now is dubstep. You know, you got the kid Skrillex is moving dubstep to the next, you know, plateau of dubstep. Like if you guys like have ever heard some early dubstep stuff, it does not sound like the way it does now. So. Like I do think I like to call it like robot Matrix music because it just reminds me of like the Matrix. When every time I hear the breakdowns, the glitches and the beat, it's so dope. So I do think music is going to that aspect as well as going to the independence because like you can grab a lot of stuff online. You can go to the music store and grab plugins and all.
Adele signed on an independent label. Like people need to get their state of mind correct.
Right, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely a business, and like you know what I'm saying. It's moving more independently. Like the record companies are scrambling frantically trying to figure out how they can capitalize on it. But everybody, some cat in his basement with a Dell laptop is about to make it big. You know, like.
I eat it.
You know what I'm saying? You got 4 right here. You know what I'm saying?
You never know.
Yeah, so that's why I think music's going.
I think it's becoming so easy to make music now that in 2020, I think everybody's gonna be a musician. For real, you're gonna be at your 9 to 5, you know,
10 rappers.
on an assembly line and take a lunch break and make a track, and you're gonna send it out to the world, and you're gonna be the star of the day. Like it's gonna be your day. Like, oh, did you hear that track from Brandon? But on Tuesday, you know, did you hear that track from Wilson?
Right.
Like people are gonna be making music so rapidly because it's gonna be literally on your phone.
Send it from your iPhone.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's gonna go to that point to where, you know, I don't want to say nobody's really gonna be, you know, a Beyonce or a Jay-Z, like a multi-million-dollar artist, but I just think that the value of it is gonna come down because it's gonna be so easy to make, and so many other creative minds that never get a chance until now.
Yeah, that's real. And to go on that, right? Because I'm a bootleg fanatic. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put my hand up and say I'm a bootleg fanatic. If you don't bootleg to me, like, you missed the wave. So, for real, because I'm not gonna make you no multi-millionaire. Like, come on, just be for real. Because like a lot of them, you know, like especially as far as hip hop is concerned, you know, like when guys used to start to say to me like they're gonna fuck my girl and rah rah rah. I feel like it got to that point where I can't really support you anymore. But the future of music may be like I'm gonna do two ways. I'm gonna say hip hop, as far as hip hop is concerned, maybe guys will find out who Sky Zoo is. You know, but like, you know, is that like maybe in 2020, like I can finally say to somebody, have you heard Sky Zoo? And a person will be like, yeah, he's dope. You know, is that like real lyricism will come back to the forefront. But at the same time, I hope like it stays as creative as it is right now. Because like a lot of people say there's no balance in hip hop right now, but I think like you gotta look for the balance more. Hip hop, it became so available, it become unavailable. It's like back in the days, remember there was a time where like for a man to get them sneakers, you had to get them in from Japan. Right. You know, is that like you had to go get to meet a guy in Japan. So it's the same thing. Because like for example, if you listen to that LA sound that they got, the little hi-fi like Bay influence sort of sound, then you take that to like the Miami sort of like sound, then you take that to the more like Georgia sort of sound, and then you have that Texas, you know what I mean? Then New York guys are coming with some new wave, then Philly guys got their own little thing going, then there's the club music somewhere in the middle. Then if you go to like Brazil, they got stuff like baile funk. You go to like Angola, they got shit like Kuduro jumping off, you know, hip hop is real broad right now, and I just hope it stays this energetic, because at the same time, like more people getting into music is gonna make it more of a democratic process. You feel what I'm saying? Because there was a time where like you had to try to be a New York guy, and like I'm so glad that you no longer have to try to be a New York guy. So hopefully like music and hip hop in particular can start moving towards a more democratic thing. It may be a problem for artists that are trying to make money out of it, like real talk, but at the same time, like yo, music is meant to be like a liberation of one's soul, right? So maybe people can go back to liberating them souls instead of trying to like, find a quick buck. So that's what I see.
I think it's just like in a transition period right now, you know what I'm saying? Like with all the cultural influences, you know what I'm saying? Like there hasn't been like someone to say, all right, this is the path we're gonna take. You know, when it came to hip hop, like you had Jay-Z that said, all right, we're gonna do all black. You know what I'm saying? Or we're gonna do button ups, you know what I'm saying? But when it came to the music, I love Jay, by the way. But when it came to the music, like nobody, you know what I'm saying, was the front runner to say, all right, this is what we're gonna do. Definitely. And this is how it should be done, you know what I'm saying? But now you got like all the places you name, I ain't even been there. I ain't even dream about it. You know? But like when you got that kind of influence coming in, I think it's still trying to blend. You know what I'm saying? I think once when the kinks are worked out and the dubstep is fused with the hip hop properly, then it'll be.
Because I think what a lot of hip hop heads don't realize is they don't realize their own power, especially hip hop heads in America. Because like for example, when I first landed in the UK, you see like guys that do this stuff called grime, right? And like men are rapping real hard, but men are rapping because some guy in the Bronx in 1979 decided to have a house party, rah 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 rah. I think a lot of hip hop heads in America hopefully will get to realize their own power. You know, as they realize that the men there are affecting the lives of youth globally. You understand? Like there's a guy sitting right now somewhere, you know, in the middle of buttfuck nowhere in Africa. You understand? That just got MTV, and like that video is gonna change his perspective of life.
Thanks to the internet too, the world is smaller. Like, the world is not as big as it once was. So like if you can talk to somebody in Japan, like I have a fan in Japan that I talked to on Facebook. Like it's crazy. Like, and he listened to my music online. So just the way you can touch people in different countries and they talk to you like you Jay-Z or something, like you be like, dang, I'm just a dude making music right now. So yeah, the internet is making the world much smaller, so you getting, you know, influences from this place, this area, that area, and it's just going to mesh with the music, because whatever's popping in the UK, we can take that formula and merge it with whatever's popping in the United States, whatever's popping in Angola, we can merge that, whatever's popping in DC, merge that, and you create an entire new spectrum of sound, and it's just so bananas.
One more quick question for y'all. Got y'all playing musical chairs, but if y'all could rotate through the mics one more time, I want to know what can we expect from y'all tomorrow in the event? Give us a sneak peek.
And this is our work music right here.
Yes, I work music. Tomorrow you can expect devastation from me. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I like beats, so you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to bring some pain.
Jeez.
It's PG, you know, you can expect something you never heard before. You know, you might think you've heard all you can hear from the Beat Conductors, but I'm here now, so everybody should be satisfied.
Well, yo, after all that big boy talk, I'm gonna keep it simple. Straight.
I can't already had everything prepared. But these dudes, I'm stepping it up, and I'm just keep. I'm trying to tell you.
Alright. Make sure you guys catch that on Beat Conductors when it comes out. Check out beatconductors.com, right? Beatconductors.com. Y'all can check out all the old videos. This one should be up once they wrap it up, edit it real nice. And like, I just want to say, like, these videos are dope. Make sure you check out our episode, the Wonders episode. We're on.
I'll put the promo in there.
Definitely. Wherever you can get it, But yeah, make sure you check that out. Shout out to the Beat Conductors.
Right.
Get into some music.
Will hip hop ever die?
No.
Alright, so Pete, you had disco back in the day. Like back then, if we was partying back then, we would probably say, nah, disco will never die.
Right.
But we look at it now.
Right.
Some rock and roll heads, like early, like, you know, older guys that like the Doors and all that, like they probably see like rock different from what it was then. They're probably like, psh, rock and roll is dead. So with all that said, will hip hop ever die?
No. What hip hop, 30, 40 years now?
Yeah, 40.
They thought it was gonna die 10 years, like in 10 years, in the 80s. Once gangster rap hit, they was like, oh, hip hop's done.
Right, and that's
When Nas said hip hop was dead, people was like, nah, hip hop ain't dead. We gonna make this. We gonna do new sounds. So
I think hip hop can never die, right? Because a lot of people underestimate and don't understand that it's a state of mind.
right.
Like for some
It's a
people, they just think,
lifestyle.
right.
Right.
Because some people they just think, oh, your jeans are sagging. But nah, to me, like my whole perspective of the world has been affected
Right.
because of the influence that and such.
Right.
Because I don't know for some people, but for me, music was like my big brother when I didn't have a big.
Yup.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yup.
So like, as long as people like me that spend time with their boombox and breathing, hip hop ain't gonna die. It might morph. It might get quiet because we might not need to be on the forefront trying to shout to you that bro, we're trying to do this. But it can never die up until we die. And if we let it die and we don't pass it on to our kids, then maybe we don't appreciate the service that was done to us.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because to me, I feel like the service was done to me.
Right.
And I gotta pass that torch to somebody else to be
Right.
like, yo, fam. Same way like Jay-Z helped me to learn English, man. Yo, put yourself up
Right,
in this.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like,
I think hip hop is in a state of classiness. Like it grew older, it grew more sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? It's not our stanzas and our couplets are better now. It's not like if your woman steps out with another man, it's not that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's more. You know what I'm saying? Since I signed the Con, I'm Louis Vuitton, Sean up in Benny Han and all the more, it's now that. You know what I'm saying? So if it's going to keep growing and keep getting better, like. You know what I'm saying? With the robot music coming out, you never know what hip hop is going to do, man.
I think it's a tricky question because there's no definition of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own interpretation of hip hop. So saying hip hop will die, it's one of those, like, it's kind of like a gray area. You know what I mean? Like you really can't tell where the line is drawn because hip hop to me may be different than it is to him. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at one person may look at hip hop as just lyricism. The style of just rapping could be hip hop to somebody, and will that die? I don't see it right now dying. You know what I mean? Because that's a whole new delivery. You know what I'm saying? Of someone expressing themselves. So if you saying is that going to die? I don't think so.
Right.
But as far as producers, will it die? As far as musically, I think it'll change dramatically from where, like, if you look at disco, rock and roll, all these things, they definitely changed. However, they did influence what came after them. You know what I'm saying? If you look at disco, right behind disco, you got the funk. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at rock and roll, then right behind that, you got the punks. You know what I'm saying? So hip hop is going to influence the next wave of whatever it is, but I think the art of lyrically being a hip hop head and rapping, that delivery, I don't think that's right.
I don't think it's gonna die, But I do think it's going to influence whatever's next. You know, I'm actually looking forward to the next big thing.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So it's not that I want to see hip hop go, but it's just that
I feel like some
you
of
know
these
when
white
I get
need to retire.
I think like when I'm 45. I don't want to be, you know, still talking about it was all a dream. I want to be on something different, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, the hip hop heads that like it now can bring forth a newer, older, more mature style that's just, you know, it's not rough, it's not, you know, probably clean. You know, it's a whole different style of it.
You understand?
Yeah,
because now everybody's becoming older, so it's going to be interesting to see what the generation does with the sound.